close. He's gonna see us.
I want him to see us, Jim. I always do it this way.
Just drop back. We're trying to tail him, not tick him off. Stay back, Babs. Do it my way, will you? Well, don't stop.
Look at him. We should knock that smile of his right into the dirt.
We? Hi. Now look.
Oh my God! Jim?
Hey! I usually don't hit a skirt, but you keep at it, honey. You're gonna be mewing in the grass with him. You got it, huh?
Well, now we know why they call him Happy. Barbara? Barbara? Hey, Babs? Babs? Oh, Babs. Babs.
We're looking for Holy Light Drive. Should be off Heavenly Way. Up on the right.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside still waters. He restoreth my soul.
Rockford.
He guides me.
Yo, who's picking this up? This looks expensive.
Shh, Corey, it's your mom's funeral.
Valley of the shadow of death. I fear no evil, for thou art with me.
Things haven't been going too well for you, I see, huh?
My cup overflows.
You still driving that 20-year-old soup can with the 8-track?
Shush. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen. Our dearly departed has gone on to be with her Maker.
Yo, Rockford, let me crash at your place tonight. Cops got Mom's all taped up.
Shut up.
Our memories of Babs are personal.
All right. Let's get around here. Come on, everybody. Come on. Hustle it up. Come on. Come on. Everybody out.
Those memories must be shared. Trudy Wise, her dear friend, would like to say a few words.
Babs and I waitressed together at the Sand Castle for almost 10 years. Babs, she was always there for all of us, with an extra smile in the morning if we were sad, or a shoulder to cry on, or an extra $10 if we needed it. She would take everyone's order, but what she served was friendship.
All right, everybody, gather around. Come on up here. All right, I want you to take a look. Up there to the right, under that large palm tree, you'll see Lieutenant Becker. He's the officer in charge of the case. He's watching the mourners, making notes. So, we shall have a paper on gravesite observation.
Do we get extra credit for that paper? I read Lieutenant Becker's homicide report that you Xeroxed. What a joke. I mean, I don't concur that this was a crime of passion. Disorganized crime scene? This is a crime of opportunity. No doubt about it. She didn't know her assailant.
Interesting. Disorganized crime scene. I hope that tells us something else.
What's with all these kids, Captain?
Criminology class. When we're finished at the gravesite, I'm gonna take a class to check out the crime scene.
One more? Ooh. With all due respect, sir, the woman just died. Forensics is still out there, and I can't have 20 kids pouring through my crime scene.
No. These are not kids, as you so euphemistically put it. These are budding criminologists. Every student in this class has a major in either criminology or pre-law. I think letting them have a little insight into a homicide investigation is just what the doctor ordered. This is James Scott Rockford. Mr. Rockford found the body. Over the years, he's found lots of bodies. He's also served time for a Class A felony. Mr. Rockford is the local area private detective who frequently visits crime scenes and other human disasters.
Captain Chapman, should I put him on my list of suspects?
I wouldn't put him on your party list, Candace.
Who's in charge here?
I am. Dr. Trish George. We're studying this murder for a criminal behavior class.
And you should be ashamed of yourself.
I beg your pardon?
A woman we care for just died. Her friends are here to pay their last respects. This is not a criminal science lab. It's a funeral.
Jim, can I talk to you for a minute?
Oh, my God, Dennis.
Just shut up and listen, okay? Chapman is out of line, but you don't want to get him riled up.
What is this?
It's Southwest California University Criminology course. I know you feel bad about Babs, but you don't want to take on Chapman.
This guy is leading a field trip to Babs' funeral? Why? Because she was a waitress and he doesn't think she counts?
Calm down, Jim, okay?
Well, if it was the mayor's wife, you don't think he'd be bringing a bunch of college kids around, do you?
Of course not, Jim. Chapman signed on as a guest lecturer at the university. His deal is rumored to include the usual fees, honorary doctorate, first row basketball tickets. Go figure.
You're not going to take these kids up to Babs' house before forensics even gets out of there.
Right, so it's part of Chapman's new community relations program. Show them how it's done. Maybe they don't throw bricks at squad cars. Don't you just love it?
Here we go. Great, Corey. Just what your mom's funeral needed.
Hey, get out of there.
Hey, Rockford, what are you doing here?
All right, Pete.
No air conditioning. It's hot as hell in that bathroom. I had to pry open the window just to get some air.
Mr. Rockford,
Good place for a picnic,
I'm very sorry about your friend.
I can tell.
Mr. Rockford, did you have a relationship with the deceased?
I hope you plan on picking up all your trash before you leave.
Mr. Rockford, I know how this looks. I'm a trained criminal behaviorist. I've worked with several police departments.
Then you know these kids shouldn't be here.
I know. I know. The dean gave control of my class this semester to Captain Chapman, and for some reason, he seems to think that this is an important field experience.
Excuse me, will you?
Look, Mr. Keats, will you stay out of the house till the forensic team gets out of there?
They're wasting their time. It's a follow-home robbery turned into murder. The crime did not happen in the bedroom.
Well, there's no follow-home robbery, okay? Now stay out of there till the crime tapes are down.
But if this is not a follow-home, then I'd like very much to hear you defend your theory, Captain McEnroe.
Let me, Captain. Only a drooling fool would follow home a rusted-out 10-year-old clunker.
Jim, get out of here. Chapman sees you, he's gonna go ballistic.
Yeah, what's all that?
I gotta grade these for Chapman by 10 tomorrow.
You got a what?
Let it be, okay? Just get out of here.
Dennis, have you got anything?
There's not too much here.
That's because it was a professional hit. I told you what happened. She's been parking out in front of Hap Cortello's house, following him around for a month. He could have thought she witnessed one of his crooked deals, came up here and killed her.
That's not the way the Chapman sees it.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. I mean, the fat kid out there drops this, and now it's evidence. You better get these kids out of here. They're contaminating your crime scene.
What the hell are you doing, Rockford? Becca, what is he doing? What the hell is he doing? Get me a blue out here right now.
Yes, Captain, the lab people marked one of those candy wrappers that one of your class dropped.
Well, if they marked it, then it's evidence. This is a crime scene. I don't want civilians in my crime scene.
Unless they have a student body card.
I don't need wise-ass remarks from you, Rockford. You'd be well advised to listen to these kids. They've studied criminology, which to my knowledge you haven't. They got lots of good ideas.
Please, I can't take much more.
It just so happens that Keats' theory that this was a crime of opportunity and she didn't know her killer is proving itself out. There was a forced entry, and forced entry means she didn't know her assailant.
Let me guess. The bathroom window.
How the hell did you know that?
The Pillsbury doughboy out front, the one that dropped the candy wrapper, he opened it because he got hot. Go on, ask him. This was no crime of opportunity. It was premeditated first-degree murder. She knew her killer, Hap Cortello. She'd been following him around for over a month.
Pete, arrest him.
You got a charge?
How about tampering with evidence, interfering with a homicide investigation? That's just for starters. Oh, and I might even add suspicion of murder.
Chapman.
Suspicion of murder? You better get yourself an attorney, Jim.
Now, let me get this straight. You're holding him for contaminating a crime scene while at the same time you lead a class full of college students through the very same location? You don't really want to read about that in tomorrow's paper, do you, Captain?
God, how I used to hate it when you were doing criminal law. I thought you were out writing trashy novels now.
Captain, I'll always be here to drop a flag on you. My California bar license is current, so let me fix you a reality cocktail. You keep this up, you're going to end up looking like Captain Kangaroo.
Okay, Vincent. You can have him back. But here's the deal. He's still a suspect in this murder.
Want to bet?
And if I catch him in an unauthorized attempt to mess with this case, I'll drop kick him into orbit.
I'll pass it along.
No. Make him believe it. I'm gonna cut him loose. So get him out of here.
There. Thanks, there.
Take that out of your mouth, Jim, and listen to me.
I know what he said. It's the same thing he always says. He's gonna jack me if I don't get lost, right?
Drop kick you into orbit was the exact expression.
Chapman couldn't drop kick a beach ball into a playpen. I can handle him, don't worry.
Jim, listen to me. You could be looking at 10 years. You're underestimating Chapman. He's gonna get you if you don't lay off.
If he gets me, you'll get me out. That's the criminal justice line dance. Everybody gets to walk in L.A.
Eat lots of Twinkies, Jim.
Well, you must have my transcript. I want to re-enroll in the college. I had 3 units in '89 fall semester. I took a golfing class.
Another true seeker of knowledge. Did you ever get rid of that slice?
I like to refer to it as a fade.
Yeah.
Hi.
What do you want?
I want to sign up for your class.
Sorry, you've got to be a student at this university with a transcript and at least one preliminary course in this field of study. You're kidding me, right? I teach criminal science. How is introductory golf a prerequisite?
Both courses are about hitting defenseless objects with clubs. Look, I'm sorry I came on so strong up at the funeral park and at Bab's house. I was upset. She was a close friend, and I feel guilty about her death. I was a little emotional.
And you were right. We shouldn't have been there.
I need to get into your class, Dr. George.
Captain Chapman isn't fond of you.
You see, already a character reference.
I don't like him either. He's a jerk.
Yeah, I picked up the registrar's slip, and she said that I had to get your approval to start the class late. I also got the reading list, a new binder at the student store, and all I need is your signature and a student parking pass.
Now, what we have here are the 5 W's. Now, we know where she was killed, in the bedroom. What was she killed with? .22 caliber bullet. When she died, according to the liver temperature test, she died at 12:45 a.m. Now, that leaves why and who. Let's take a whack at this. What do you say? Suspects. Anyone? Hands. Miss Clark.
I met this guy at the funeral. His name is Corey Honeywell. He's the dead woman's son.
That guy is so fly. He couldn't have done it.
He has a record for dealing drugs and petty theft. And I was just thinking him for one of the Who's. Or maybe it was a bad drug deal. He killed his mom by mistake. Brenda, why?
Anyone else? Hands, please.
This guy Rockford is way into the margin for me. I mean, he says he's up there because he wants to tell her that he's not going to file some criminal charge against some guy. And lo and behold, he finds the body?
This is good thinking. I like this. I'll carry it a little further, if you can.
I think he's our classic, not very smart criminal returning to the crime scene. And who is this guy? He's certainly not an upstanding citizen. He's got a prison record.
I was cleared, Sonny. Unless a pardon in the state of California doesn't mean anything anymore.
Get out, Rockford. This is a university lab. We don't allow audits.
You want some really horrible news, Captain Chapman? I am registered. I am a full-fledged student body card-carrying heckler.
No, you're not. You're out of here. I don't have you on my reg list.
Well, you must have the old list. I paid my tuition. I was accepted into the class by Dr. George.
I signed him in. I filed it with the registrar. I didn't think you'd mind. You said the more the merrier.
And believe me, I intend to keep it merry. Now, back on our merry way up there under who, you might want to add an L.A. gangster by the name of Joseph Cortello, a.k.a. Happy Cortello. Hap dresses up any suspect list.
Joseph Cortello. He was the guy who killed those 2 people with a bailing hook last year. He got off on some technicality.
Yeah, the very same. Now, let's see. Up there under why, does it bother anybody at all that Babs Honeywell's 22-year-old son, Cal, was a homicide victim 18 months ago?
That's another case.
Well, I don't think it is. You know, I don't know about all of you, but I think it's kind of loose for a bunch of college students to be messing around in a case where 2 closely related people have died in 2 years and Joe Cortello is in any way involved.
But it's a follow-home killing.
This killing was not done by some zooted-up junkie. It was a premeditated homicide. It was committed by a top-shelf psychopath, and if I were you guys, I think I'd pick a case where the suspects don't eliminate witnesses.
I don't want to get killed in this course.
All right. Now, wait a minute. Let me make something very clear here. This class was assigned to study every aspect of the Honeywell murder. And they're damn well gonna do it.
Class dismissed, and stay low.
Outside.
I don't want to niggle and whine, but isn't there some sort of conduct code that's supposed to exist between student and teacher?
You need a prerequisite course for this class.
I got one. I've been accepted by the registrar. But if that's not enough, I took advanced criminal courses in sweet potato gardening and shower stall combat at Quinton. Now, those credits should transfer.
You want to get in this class, huh, Rockford? Why? For what possible reason?
I missed the circus this year.
Uh-huh. Okay. I can live with that, but you enrolled 2 weeks late. So I'm gonna need a 30-page makeup paper day after tomorrow on, let me see. How about the collection and preservation of physical evidence in a homicide?
The what?
I want you to pay particular attention to latent fingerprinting, selection, shipment, as well as proper evidence packaging. I mean, you just so much as miss one section, I'm gonna come down on you like a concrete wall. Then I'm gonna remove you from this class for failure to perform.
I've had that complaint before, but never from a guy. Shipment and what?
Oh, when you make up the paper, use a bibliography and proper footnotes, 1-inch margins. Neatness counts.
Hi.
Hi.
That was some dust-up you had in class.
Well, Chapman and I have a bad history.
I heard you have to write a paper.
Yep, and neatness counts. All I can say for sure is it's going to be a very neat paper. This ought to do it. Got to get these back to my trailer.
Why are you so determined to stay in this class?
This class was assigned to study every aspect of the Honeywell murder, and they're damn well gonna do it.
By insulting him, I managed to finesse that statement out of Chapman. That's why I want to stay in your class.
To study the murder.
Jim Rockford, the private investigator, has been told by Doug Chapman, the police captain, to stay away from the Honeywell murder case. However, Jim Rockford, the college student, has been assigned by Doug Chapman, the college professor, to investigate the very same case. I'm going to prove that Hap Cortello killed her.
How?
I need you to give me a special assignment.
A what?
I need to be assigned a field practicum to access and coordinate some research material.
What's he saying?
Yeah. He's gonna break into Bab's pad and toss it.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to go with you.
Me too.
Well, why don't we just get Leon and Zookie and hire a bus?
If I don't go, there's no assignment.
Jimmy! Jimmy, open up!
Angel, is that you?
Open it up, Jimmy. I ain't got all night. Man, what is with your neighbors? I'm just walking past some bicycles, and this dink unleashes 2 Dobermans at me. There's more German dogs out there than a Bavarian polka festival.
You're a regular Willie Loman. All this for sale?
My new product line sample kit, huh? Oh, there's bargains here to make your heart sing. I tell you what, Jimmy, nobody sells this stuff cheaper than I do.
This is the list price. Hot stuff usually goes for a 90% discount.
It's not hot. It's previously owned merchandise. Take your time. Let's just leave it out here, huh? Let you get used to taking a look at it. Let it become part of your life.
I'm not buying any hot goods. I have enough trouble with the police as it is.
It's not hot.
Right. Angel, you used to write the Mrs. Lonesome Heart column for your brother-in-law's newspaper, so this ought to be a snap for you.
That Lonesome Hearts Club column is a loser's waiting room. What a bunch of pathetic whiners.
Did you pay attention?
How much am I getting paid to write this again?
$100.
And you buy the Hormel juicer?
$100 for the paper. That's all. Doesn't have to be good. Just fill in the pages. Now, here's some books on evidence gathering. And, Angel, would you try to make it look like I wrote it?
You want her illiterate? When'd you do?
Tomorrow, and use my computer. I mean, use it here. I know my computer, Angel. You try to swap it for some piece of junk, I'll come after you with something worse than a German dog.
What's worse than a German dog?
A German pistol. Now get started.
Too bad. This is a honey.
Oh, who's there?
God! Oh, Jim. Oh, God, I shot him. I shot him. Is he all right? God.
Coming in.
Well, looky here. It's Professor Chapstick. Hey, you're gonna have to give me a late excuse on my paper. It's coming along great, but you know, it's hard to make progress with the morphine drip and half my arm missing.
I gave you direct instructions to stay off this case, but you marched right up there and hot prowled the murder scene. You're gonna eat some felony paper on this, Rockford. Obstructing justice, interfering with evidence.
I wouldn't have gone up there if you hadn't asked me to.
I never asked you to.
This class was assigned to study every aspect of the Honeywell murder, and they're damn well gonna do it.
And you expect that to stick?
I assigned him to redefine your motive and time of death theory.
I'm speechless.
It's a big improvement.
Redefine the motive. The motive was profit. It's always profit.
Well, I don't want to contradict, Captain, but besides profit, there are 6 other classic motives. Jealousy, revenge, to cover a crime, to avoid humiliation or disgrace, accidental homicide, and homicidal mania.
Any of this gonna be on the final?
You're busted, Jimbo. Do you mind if I call you Jimbo?
Yo, this whole thing's not gonna play well down at Parker Center. You're hanging way over the fence here, Doug. You got your honor student slinging lead at the class cut-up. The whole lesson plan may need a retool.
Yeah, sure.
On the bright side, Corey got a new parole officer. And this time, I'm hoping he can finally get it right.
Hi.
Hi.
You look different.
Well, nylon isn't my best fabric. Much snappier in tweed.
The university closed down the criminal behavior class.
Well, what a bummer. That leaves my 5th period open.
And your friend Chapman wrote a letter to the dean saying that the reason the accident happened was because I failed to control the curriculum.
I'm sorry, Trish. Maybe I should write a letter and straighten him out about Chapman.
Probably won't help. Oh, Bab's diary?
Yep.
Anything in it?
Nope. She was a sweet person, but she cared more about everybody else than she did herself. As I was reading it, you could see what a tender soul she was. Nobody ever gave her anything. You think a 10% tip is too little?
Most people give 15, 20 if the service is great.
Oh, I always give 10. All my life I've worked, nobody ever tipped me.
Yeah, but you can set your fees. Waiters and waitresses are underpaid. They depend on the tips to make up the difference.
Seems like 10% is enough. Sometimes I don't even get paid for my work. Damn angel stole my computer, rounding out a perfect week.
What are we gonna do now?
I guess we gotta go do what we started to do a couple of days ago. Go up to Bab's house and see if there's anything up there. You know, she kept a notebook on her investigation of Hap Cortello. It's got to be there somewhere. If she saw something, give him a reason to kill her, then we need to know what it is.
Isn't that dangerous?
Well, it has been so far. This time I intend to control the field trip and the curriculum.
Do you think we're missing something real obvious?
Probably. That's been the keynote in at least half my investigations.
Now, I know that you think Hap Cortello did it. What about Corey? That little viper could have killed his mother. He also could have killed his brother Cal.
Oh, I've known Corey since he was 6 or 7. And one thing about him, he was never really up for the big one. He was a sneak. He'd take your car radio when you're out of town or steal your bike when you went to the bathroom, but I've never seen him get physical with anyone. He's all show and no go.
Yeah, but he could have done it. He needed money for drugs or something. He goes to his mom. They fight about it. He loses his temper and he kills her.
I just can't see him banging away at her with a .22. It just doesn't fit my picture of him.
Anything in here?
I got 6 addresses out of there. She followed him to a warehouse on Slauson, a beach house in Malibu, a bar in Venice called the Pineapple Factory, a nightclub on Melrose, and 2 motels in Glendale where he met different women. Neither was his wife.
So what are you thinking?
We need to find a transformer.
A transformer?
Street slang. Transformer is somebody who would roll over on anyone immediately to save themselves.
You know one of those?
Intimately.
Jimmy, stop it! I almost finished the paper.
Forget the paper. The class got canceled. You stole my computer. I told you not to take my computer.
Well, I had to work on it here because I had some deeply pressing business engagements I had to attend.
Fencing the Hormel juicer?
Yeah, that amongst others.
Angel, I am seconds from ending your life. You are circling the drain. Don't mess with me.
I don't mess with you ever, ever. Maybe once. Oh, maybe twice. Okay, I mess with you a lot.
All right, we'll get back to my missing computer in a minute.
I think I can get that back for you, Jimmy.
I need some information.
Information? Ding dong. That's speciality. I can't give that away free. I mean, that would affect my overall price structure, my downstream revenue flow. I mean, I get your watch, get your microwave oven, I can get your Hormel juicer. Man, all of that's yours, especially the Hormel juicer because we're overstocked. But information, that costs money. Generally, your credit is acceptable. Let's deal.
Let's. Hap Cortella. What's he into these days?
Well, it's a broad category. I mean, it'd be hard to ascertain what a top-shelf yodeling wacko like him was up to unless you surprised me with some pertinent doohickeys.
Well, we know he's into drugs, we know he's into vice, we know he's got some extortion going, you know, lots of action, but, you know, this is something big, something he'd kill for.
I don't know, Jimmy. People on the street aren't talking about that fruitcake.
Hey, cuidado.
Suitcases.
What?
7 suitcases.
I don't like sound that, Angel. Make it sound better.
Well, you know, knockoff stuff, some of that Gucci Italian leather goods, you know, purses, wallets, suitcases. I mean, it's nationally a $10 billion business. It's bigger than drugs.
Well, you think he's got a shipment of knockoff bags in that warehouse?
Well, how do I know what he's got in the warehouse? You asked me to get you the rumor on the street about Hap. Okay, the rumor on the street is that he's into counterfeit luggage. He's got distributors all over the city. High-class stores selling it at top dollar only. He gets the stuff in Mexico. Looks exactly like the originals, only when the weather changes, the stitching falls out. You know, this is not the way that 2 old friends discuss problems.
Angel, my computer is back in my trailer by tomorrow noon, or you'll be discussing this problem without your bridge work.
If you're interested, the paper I wrote for you is brilliant.
Angel told you this, didn't he?
Well, I have other sources besides Evelyn Martin.
Now, let me get this straight. You want me to go down to this warehouse down at Slauson and do what?
I want you to wait for Hap Cortella to show up, and then I want you to be the cover story in the Blue Line. That's the police department's newsletter. Lieutenant Becker nabs L.A. mob kingpin in room full of counterfeit luggage.
Couple of problems. What if the warehouse is empty?
I know nobody trusts a guy who says trust me, but trust me.
Then I would need a warrant, and there's no PC to get a warrant.
Lieutenant Becker, I know you don't exactly relish my involvement in this case.
Are you kidding? I love grading little blue books.
This is not strictly kosher, but it'd work because there's a legal precedent. I go into the warehouse, and I get caught. And then Jim, he runs and calls the police because I've been kidnapped. And since he witnessed a crime in progress, you don't need a warrant.
Dennis, this is a great idea. Of course, I'll be the one that gets kidnapped and she'll call the police, but it's perfect.
It was my idea. I'm the victim.
No way, it's me.
No!
Oh, Dio, que pasticcio.
What's he saying?
Soon, Rockford will be the victim.
Perché a me?
just being these since Watergate. Something we can do for you, Rockford?
Nicky, how you doing?
Not good. You want to answer the question?
Well, I was passing out copies of Watchtower. I happened to be in the neighborhood, and I thought I saw a light on.
Funny. Let's go.
Hey, Nicky. Nicky, let me ask you something. Hey, just a question. Has Hap had his lithium today?
Oh, Rockford. Rockford! This is getting very annoying.
Well, you know, I changed my mind about lunch. I thought maybe we could have dinner, but hey, if it's a bad time, we could reschedule.
Oh, you... This is a funny guy.
Hap, come on now. Hap, don't do it, Hap. Hap, don't do it. Hey, come on, I'm injured. You don't want to hit a cripple. No, don't do that, Hap. Hey, hold it a minute. Hey, I got a question.
What?
Whose is this?
It's his. He eats them all the time.
Nicky, we're going to be doing some business.
Not very damn likely, Slick.
Get out of here, boss! Run, step up! The door! Hit the fly under, right? Take him out!
Dennis, you still got that Jim Jam wrapper in the evidence room?
No, I picked it up. You told me that fat kid dropped it. I left it in my shirt pocket at home.
I could have been wrong about who dropped it. You're going to have to dust it for prints. And then Mr. Zeno here may want to make a statement, save himself from being booked as an accessory to murder one.
Hey, listen, I just came by for a picture.
Chapman may have closed this case, but I don't buy it. I'm going to do some digging on my own. You want to help? I'm going to start first thing in the morning.
Sure. Jim, have you heard from Tennyson Keats?
We don't talk too much since he put 2 ounces of lead in my arm.
Well, you know, he hasn't shown up in classes for 2 days, and I tried calling his house, and there wasn't any answer.
Do you think that he could have gotten even deeper into this, that he's in even more trouble?
I don't want to hear that. What's his address?
This is it, 1526. Is he dead?
Yeah, for a long time. I'm sure getting tired of finding bodies. Here's the last number he dialed. Could you take this down? 213-555-0187. Dennis Becker, please. Dennis, I found another one.
Yeah, you got everything here? Yeah. You're the new body-finding champion of the Western Hemisphere, aren't you? Did you kill him, Rockford?
Oh, even you don't believe I killed this guy.
Why not? He shot you, you shot him. That plays good for me.
I have an alibi, Chapman. You be very careful here because we have a history together, and it includes scores of problematic judicial encounters. You book me, and I'll have Beth Van Zandt set up an asset inventory on your front lawn.
Captain, it's a suicide, and it's the way I'm going to book it.
I hate you, Rockford. You pawn scum. Damn, Deputy Chief again. If I find out who wrote the department that letter about the class, I'm gonna kill him.
Don't look at me. It's not a suicide, Dennis.
Prove it.
The guy was left-handed.
How do you know that?
Because I sat behind him in class.
It's true. He was left-handed.
He might have been pig-headed and relentless, but I don't think he shot himself in the head and then changed gun hands. Also, I'll bet if you follow the track of the bullet, you'll find it won't fit with the suicide.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying it's another aforementioned murder. The kid was popped.
Why?
Probably for sticking his nose in where it doesn't belong.
Look who's talking.
Can I go home, Dennis? My arm's throbbing, my head's throbbing. I think I'm starting to drool a little.
Yeah, get the hell out of here. Just make sure you're in the office tomorrow to sign that statement.
Okay, so who killed Tennyson Keats?
I have no idea. In school, it's all science, but when you're out there in the field and real people are dead, none of it makes sense.
Yeah, well, it's the difference in finding your way and looking back. We're still finding our way. Tennyson Keats found the answer, or something reasonably close to the answer. Hap Cortella didn't kill him because he was in jail, and I don't believe any of his crew did, because they're not going to be that loyal to a guy that's going to death row.
Well, then who did kill him?
You have that phone number?
Yeah.
Maybe whoever's the end of this line can tell us something. Got to be somebody Cal knew.
I still think it was his brother. Everybody loved Cal. It seems obvious that Corey just couldn't deal with it.
Maybe. I hate to think it could have gone down that way. I mean, Bab's family destroying itself from the inside.
Most people in law enforcement are cynics. You are a romantic.
Pretty cute, isn't it?
Thanks. Does it hurt? Maybe you should take another pain pill.
It hurts where I can't get it with drugs.
Not much to say, is there, Jim?
Nope, lose-lose.
Oh, Leon, who'd have thunk it?
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna hit the sack early. I'm tired of walking around them, arms sticking up the air. Feel like a wounded chicken.
Jim, what you read about me in Bab's diary really stuck with me. I decided I'm gonna get off the sauce. This morning I checked into AA.
Well, that's great, Suck. At least something good came out of all this. You know, Leon said that nobody ever changes. You can do it. We all can. All we have to do is try.
He's really down.
It's pretty hard when one friend is responsible for killing two others. Jim comes on like a tough guy, but underneath, he's pure warm and runny.
Well, I'll be damned.
What?
He put on 20%.